Chapter 374 is out, and unfortunately it is quite a disappointment. Almost all the things that I talked about in my previous videos were not even confirmed, as there wasn't enough happening throughout the entire chapter itself. But was there anything good about this chapter? Fortunately, there were some hidden clues that we can definitely explore that may make this chapter seem more enticing than how it initially has been. The chapter itself starts by continuing off from what had happened immediately after the Kushan people unwelcomely overcame the ship. But what we end up realizing is that this entire chapter just seems like another run of a classic cliched chapter that we have witnessed time and time again during the course of this manga. We see the Black Swordsman party immediately reacting in a similar manner that they always do. As usual, we see Serpico immediately start frantically worrying about Lady Funnies. We see Isirido going about doing his own unorthodox things. We see Lady Funnies being helpless, and we also see Shirka being out of her body trying to help Guts, making her, as usual, quite useless in the real world. But I would like to bet that this was done very intentionally. After so many years of being stuck in Elfhelm, it is fair to say that it is natural to want to reset as we head into a confirmed new arc, and that it will be suitable for the story to lead audiences into a space where they feel familiar with. By creating a situation where we see the Black Swordsman's party still react in a similar way that they used to, it becomes very apparent that the artists were merely trying to instigate a feeling of nostalgia to us, even though it may have been done in a very poor manner. Audiences of this manga never really want this kind of reminder, because it never reminds them of the nostalgic moments of the manga. It merely reminds them that this manga has been going on for so long and so slowly, which is something I don't particularly think Mora or the current artists realize. Or it could be just a way to stretch this manga out as much as possible in order to create the best return on investment, but I guess we will find out. The chapter continues by finally showing us what we have been waiting for months on end, the current state of Guts. We're shown Guts still lying face down, struggling with the battle of wits with his beast of darkness, as it has been trying to drag him into the mental abyss. Now, what is interesting in this specific section of the chapter is that we bear witness to the Kushan's reaction to Guts. We see that they are genuinely frightened and scared of what lies before them, as they tremble to try and attempt to bind Guts up so that they can put him together with the rest of the boat's prisoners. Which is when we notice that the chains that are being bound on Guts seems to instantly dissolve from some mysterious power. And this is the part where I find quite interesting. We can always expect Guts to pull through and save the day, but this time around we have no idea what's in store for us. Has Guts awakened some external dark magical power upon conversing with the Beast of Darkness? Or was this another instance of someone under the help of some external influence? What we do not know is that after this specific moment, we stop seeing his face for the rest of the chapter. In fact, his entire upper body is suddenly hidden away from us as he seemingly gets escorted out of his room, or so we think. It is hard to tell whether he is being escorted out or just walking out unharmed, as we are only given a glimpse of his moving feet before it cuts off to the next page. And this begs the question, what in the flying fuck is happening to Guts right now? Unfortunately, we are left with another cliffhanger that will hopefully be fully and satisfactorily revealed in the next upcoming chapter. Now, the final thing to explore in this specifically underwhelming chapter is the reveal of a mysterious character that has emerged from within the Kushan crowd. But it is pretty clear that this is Rickert. Funnily enough, we have not seen Rickert and Guts within the same space since 2001, which is 22 years ago in reality. And I don't know whether to find that deeply saddening or straight up anger inducing, as it demonstrates that this story's progression has been such a slow burn, that it beckons us to wonder if it will ever truly finish before we pass on. Nevertheless, we witness Rickert seemingly on board to meet Guts, and I hope that this may in turn result in some actual planning on what to do next within this next arc of saving Casca. All in all, I believe this entire chapter serves a singular overall purpose: to build up for the main man Guts, to surprise the audience with how raw willpower can always rearrange any preemptive, predictive and cliché situations and events. And I, for one, am just glad that Berserk seems to be out of another hiatus. Here's to more chapters to come quickly. Cheers guys. Keep struggling, my friends.